You see a guy pull up in a brand new G-Wagon, wearing a Rolex, and your brain instantly screams success. But if you could see his bank account, you'd probably scream help. We have been brainwashed to believe that wealth is what you spend, not what you keep. And in 2026, with inflation where it is and social media louder than ever, this illusion is more expensive than it's ever been. You are likely falling into the fake rich trap, and you don't even know it because it feels normal. Let's look at the 7 habits that are keeping you looking good, but financially hollow. The first habit is what I call poverty on wheels. I remember when I got my first big paycheck, the first thing I wanted was a BMW. I thought, I work hard, I deserve this. Therefore, I signed a lease. I looked great at the stoplight, but I was bleeding cash every single month. In 2026, the average car payment is absolutely out of control. When you finance a car that costs as much as your annual salary, you aren't buying transportation, you are financing an ego boost at 8% interest. You're driving your net worth into the ground, literally. But the car is just the start. Once you have the luxury car, you feel the need to match the lifestyle. This leads to habit number 2, the upgrade treadmill. You have the car, therefore you can't have the cracked phone screen. You need the latest model, and the watch, and the designer sneakers. It's the Diderot Effect. One new possession forces you to upgrade everything else to match the aesthetic. I've been there. You buy a nice couch, suddenly your rug looks cheap. You buy the rug, now the paint looks old. It never ends. You are renting a lifestyle that requires a monthly subscription to maintain. Speaking of subscriptions, that brings us to habit number 3, the convenience tax. We are all busy. Therefore, we justify paying a premium for everything. You're tired from working to pay for the car, so you order delivery. You pay $35 for a lukewarm burger because you didn't have time to cook. You aren't buying food, you're buying back your time at a horrific exchange rate. I looked at my statements a few years ago and realized I was spending more on convenience than I was putting into my 401k. That is a mathematically guaranteed way to stay broke. But Warren, you say, I put it all on my credit card to get the points. That is habit number 4, the Points Delusion. I love credit card rewards as much as the next guy, but let's be real. If you are overspending by 20% just to get 2% back in cash back, the bank is winning. I used to justify buying gadgets I didn't need because I was hacking the system. The system was hacking me. If you carry a balance, those points are the most expensive rewards you will ever buy. Now, all this spending has to live somewhere. This leads to the most dangerous trap of all. Habit number 5, being house poor. We are told that a house is the best investment you can make. Therefore, we stretch our budget to the absolute max to get into the best neighborhood. But a primary residence does not put money in your pocket. It takes money out. Taxes, maintenance, insurance, heating. If your mortgage takes up 50% of your take-home pay, you don't own the house. The house owns you. You become terrified of losing your job because the walls around you are too expensive to maintain. So you have the house, the car, and the gadgets. But deep down, you know the math doesn't work. This triggers habit number 6, ignoring the boring numbers. This was my biggest mistake in my 30s. I avoided looking at my net worth because I knew the answer would hurt. I focused on my income, which was high, rather than my savings rate, which was 0. High income covers up a lot of stupid financial decisions, but income is not wealth. Wealth is what is left over. If you make $200K a year and spend $200K a year, you are just a highly paid poor person. And because you aren't tracking the boring numbers, you fall into the final habit, number 7, no freedom fund. Most people save for a rainy day. That's defensive. I want you to save for a sunny day. That's offensive. When you spend every dollar you make to look rich, you lose your ability to say no. You can't quit the toxic job. You can't take the risk on a new business. You are handcuffed to your paycheck. Real wealth isn't the car. It's the freedom to wake up in the morning and do whatever the hell you want. If you see yourself in any of these habits, don't beat yourself up. I've done almost all of them. But you have to stop the bleeding today. Stop trying to impress people you don't even like. The first step to fixing this isn't making more money, it's seeing exactly where your money is going right now. It's not pretty, but it's the truth you need to hear.